everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. I hope you've all had a great week, and I hope you all have a great weekend to come. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So we will be using some Couture products during this project tonight. Once you hop on, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you are watching from, and let me know what you have going on this weekend. What are your big plans? I also want to let you know that I am streaming online using an online platform called StreamYard. So I am live in 3 locations currently. I'm live on my Facebook business page. I'm live in my private Facebook group, and I'm also live on YouTube. So if you haven't liked my group, go ahead and join my Robin's Egg Blue Creations Crafty Collab. Sorry, no designers are able to join that per Couture policy, but if you are a current customer, or if you want to become a customer, or you just want to share some crafty creations, go ahead and join the Crafty Collab. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, hop on over after this video is over and subscribe. That way, if I am not ever able to go live on Facebook, I can always go live and you can find me on YouTube. Also want to let you know that because I am live in 3 different platforms, if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your feed, that person may be watching from a different platform, and I just didn't want you to be confused. But again, once you hop on, say hi in the comments and tell me that you are here. I see that Jason is watching upstairs, and kind of bedraggled this evening. It's been a long, busy week, but the weekend is here. Woohoo! I'm going to be at an event tomorrow from 10 to 3. If you happen to be local to Salina, it will be at the 4-H building. It's the Spooky Soiree. There'll be a Halloween costume contest. There'll be a scavenger hunt to win some great door prizes, and there'll be lots of vendors. And if what I hear is correct, you might want to go tomorrow and get started on your holiday shopping, because it sounds like it's going to get pretty hairy with all of the logistics and supply chain disruptions. So might be a good idea to get started early on that. Also, if you happen to be local to Salina, CJ's Creative Marketplace is celebrating their 8th anniversary. So go and stop by and see what the vendors have available. There are some great holiday items, everyday decor items, jewelry, clothing, repurposed furniture. There are some super creative vendors in the area, so go check them out. They are open from 10 until 4 tomorrow. So go wish Jennifer and her crew a happy 8th anniversary. We're going to go ahead and get started this evening. I'm going to, I found these reusable coffee cup sleeves. So they're designed for your Starbucks, your McDonald's, your McCafe, your local coffee shop, iced coffee cups. Those are the plastic. They're not insulated. They sweat, and so these are made to go over your plastic coffee cups to keep the condensation at bay and to keep your drink cooler longer. It also says, it says keeps drinks cooler longer, prevents puddles and condensation, and you can sip in style, especially after we customize it. And I happen to have 2 acrylic cups with me. These are double-walled, but they do work. So I have 2 of these in black, and I think we're just going to use regular white fabric ink. And I just picked out a few transfers. Most of these are retired. I apologize, but there aren't very many current coffee-related transfers. And they don't have to be coffee-related, but I thought they would be cute. So I have this Rise and Grind that would fit. I also thought about a day without coffee is like, and then add at the bottom, just kidding, I have no idea. There's also this blah, 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 blah coffee, which would fit on there. And then I thought about just using, this one might be a little bit more difficult, but just using the You Are the Coffee to my donut. And then I happen to have a layered donut transfer from 2018. It's just from a long time ago, but that would be really cute. Oh, that might be a little bit too complicated for my Friday evening. I also thought about I could add some polka dots on the back. And then I also have this Copy First transfer. I'm definitely thinking polka dots, maybe. Let's put these out of the way. Stick them right here. But I'm more leaning towards the Rise and Grind. And then A Day Without Coffee is like Just Kidding. So I think we'll use those two, and we may add some more polka dots. So let's move these other two out of the way, or these others out of the way. These are reusable silkscreen transfers. And I'm not for sure. Most of these I have not used. I've used this one once. They are sticky back. They are reusable about 8 to 12 times. Many designers get more uses than that out of them. But because they are reusable, I want to put the name of the transfer on the back. You just want to denote somehow, whether you just write back, you want to denote somehow that this is the back of the transfer and that this backer sheet goes to this transfer. Because once I get ready to clean all of these, if I use multiple transfers, I want to make sure that I put the right ones together. So this one's called A Day Without Coffee. Hey Bonita, how was your trip to Branson today? A Day Without Coffee. I bet it's so pretty there. And then this one is large dots. Okay. So I've cut, we are making these reusable neoprene sleeves, these little coffee cozy sleeves that go over your iced coffee cups that you get from your local coffee store. They're usually plastic, they condensate, and they're not insulated, so these help keep your iced cold drinks colder longer. So that's what we're making. Oh, you didn't have any rain. That's great. So I've just cut some little cardboard pieces to go on the inside, just to kind of give me, since neoprene is slightly squishy, that'll give me a sturdy base to ink on. Okay, so I think, and because I'm using these on fabric, I'm not going to fuzz because I want as good of an adhesion as possible so that my ink does not seep under the transfer. So I'm just going to make sure that it's good and burnished down. And mostly straight. So ink is a little different than paste. Paste dries semi-permanent. It dries hard, but it is water soluble. Whereas the ink is heat set permanent. So once this dries completely, I can heat set it with an iron or an easy press or a heat press, and it will be washable. So that's the nice thing about ink. And it doesn't dry while you're working with it like chalk does. So you have quite a bit more work time than you do when you use the chalk paste. Just making sure that that's even. So I'm just taking my little rubber squeegee and I'm dipping it into my ink. And I'm going to remind myself, because this is a surface that has a lot of give to it because of the neoprene material, I'm going to make sure that I have a very light hand. And I am going to try to go one direction, up and down. So I'm just going to drag it lightly. across the silkscreen material with a very light touch. I may go over it several times because I'm using a light ink on a dark fabric, but I'm still going to try to use an easy, light hand. I can already see the white seeping into the black. So I'm just going to go over it a few more times because I can see that ink is really absorbing into the black material. And then I'm just kind of trying to smooth out my squeegee lines. Okay. So I'm just going to stick the excess back in my jar. Oh, and I did forget one thing. There we go. I forgot it was Friday giveaway. So there in the ticker below is the hashtag that you need to put in the comments if you want to be eligible for the Friday Happy Mail giveaway. I believe it is, as it ticks through again, it's hashtag Oh My Friday. So OHMYFRIYAY. And it is case sensitive. So make sure you type it just as it is below. So I'm just going to gently peel this up. I'm just going to stick it over here. I have a little bucket of water right beside me. So I'm just going to dry this just enough so that I can move it without making a big old mess. Hey, Amanda. This project will be right up your alley. We are making little iced coffee cup cozies. So these slide over your plastic coffee cups that you get from McDonald's, Starbucks, Mochas, Scooters. And it keeps your cup from condensating, and it keeps your iced coffee colder longer. So Bonita has entered. Make sure you put in hashtag Oh My Friday to be eligible for tonight's Happy Mail giveaway. I figured you'd like this project. Do this too. That is still really tacky, but I just wanted to get it to where I could move it. I'm just going to put it off camera here. And I'm going to wash my transfer real quick. I have discovered that I prefer to wash my transfers as soon as I use them. There's less staining. It's easier to clean. And plus this also gives me an opportunity to show you how easy it is to clean the transfers. Thanks, Bonita. So I just have a little tub. This one tonight happens to be one of those reusable or disposable / reusable, depending on what you do in your household. One of these little foil baking sheets. So I'm just kind of rubbing it face down on the bottom. It just kind of helps give me a little bit of a scrub. And then I'm just going to wet my board eraser. And I'm just going to use the board eraser, and it pulls off all of that ink that's on the front and all of the ink that is in the Silkscreen. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to get a disinfecting wipe. There's some of your cleaning wipes. You just don't want to use baby wipes because those sometimes will have lotions, and you don't want those on your transfer. And so I just use the disinfecting wipe to get the any paste off, any ink or paste off the back, and if there's any fuzzies or other things, you can get those off as well. So then I'm just going to stick it right back on the backer sheet. And this transfer is a size A transfer. These are $9.99. Oops. And so it is ready to go back in its little storage book. I'm just going to stick that to the side. I'll let this all hang out over here. Try not to spill it. Okay. So then we'll get our second one out. And again, I've just put in a scrap piece of cardboard just to give me a more stable and stiff surface to ink on, because these are squishy. It just gives me a more stable surface. I don't think I've used this one, so if you happen to see, this transfer has cut lines, and you're welcome just to cut through your transfer and cut it into, in this case, 5 pieces. I like to leave my backer sheet intact, so I just lift up. Oh, this one's already been cut. I lift up an edge, and I usually score it. Let's see if I don't remember ever using this transfer. I must have, but I haven't used it. Maybe my little chalking elf came in and cut it for me. Who knows? So this says a day without coffee, and I hope this all fits. And just kind of, oh yeah, it'll fit. Okay. So now I'm just going to burnish this part on here. Just kind of trying to eyeball where the edges are, so it's mostly centered. And I'm just going to be boring again. I'm going to use white, mainly because there's just something about a good black and white graphic. Okay. Just making sure all that's stuck down. It doesn't stick great to this fabric, but again, if you use a light hand and kind of stabilize your transfer, you should be okay. And I'm just going to make sure that I am pulling it down carefully and lightly, and I am making sure that I have a hold of the top of the transfer. Just doing it very gently. Kind of tricky. Doesn't want to stick on that side very well. Okay. Leave that edge alone. see what that looks like. There's the tag is right there, which isn't a big deal. I just want to try to get it off of the tag so it doesn't end up everywhere, which is probably going to end up everywhere. Okay, so we'll let that dry over there. Okay, problem solved. Okay, so now we'll dry this one. And then we'll try to remember to put the bottom phrase on there. So anybody have any big plans this weekend? If you happen to like coffee, tell me what your favorite coffee flavor is. If you're like me and you're a creamer fan, I just drink coffee for the creamer. Tell me what flavor of creamer you like best. My favorite creamer is the cinnamon vanilla. It just tastes like a cup of Christmas to me. And if you like your coffee, do you like it hot or cold? So hot or cold, your favorite flavor of coffee, and your favorite flavor of creamer. I like dessert. I do like dessert. I guess to me it's kind of like having a milkshake without the ice cream. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna cut, just because there's a bunch of sticky transfer around this phrase. I am gonna cut a bunch of that away, mainly because it's just not really necessary. It's not. Don't cut so close. If you ever do this, don't cut so close to your design that you run the risk of going off of your transfer, like when you're inking or chalking. So make sure you leave yourself a border. Bonita says she's not a coffee drinker at all. You love a good hot chocolate, though. I do like hot chocolate, although mainly I only mainly drink cold coffee, because when I drink hot coffee or even hot chocolate, I don't wait long enough, and then I burn my mouth so bad that I can't taste for a week. Because there's a fine line between hot chocolate, hot coffee, and lukewarm. Amanda says she likes both hot and cold, and it depends on where she gets it from. You just like a plain hot coffee with a shot of vanilla creamer. It's got to have like a shot of coffee and a cup of creamer. Although I'm getting better. Okay, I am just going to stick this just right here. Nothing fancy. I'm going to get a smaller squeegee, mainly because I made a mess with that one. And I have to be super careful because it is not wanting to stick. I think I'm going to turn it like this. And I'm going to keep equal pressure on the top and the bottom just to kind of keep it stable. Jason says he likes root beer. He is not a coffee drinker. He does like the smell of it, but he does not. Well, yeah, I don't know if he's ever tasted it, but it is kind of an acquired taste. I will give him that. I love the smell of coffee. Ugh. And I'm getting to where I can drink less creamer in my coffee, but ooh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have left it alone. Just hoping I didn't mess it up. So I'm making sure that I don't have any ink on my fingers, because if I happen to touch a piece of a part of this sleeve and I have ink on my hands, it will be permanent. Well, that turned out good. Woot woot. Okay, okay, so I'll dry this portion. Amanda says root beer is always a good choice. We're root beer drinkers in this house. What's this close? Dang, when he did drink soda, he would drink root beer, or Mountain Dew, and he would drink a ton of Mountain Dew. But he doesn't drink it anymore. Thanks, Jason. I think they turned out cute. I'd still like to put some polka dots on the back, but I don't think my ink is going to dry. So if you want one of these may be available with the cups tomorrow at the Squeaky Soiree. Mr. Chris says hot or cold with plain creamer, no flavor. I have to have flavor. But we drink coffee for the creamer. If you wouldn't mind, if you happen to like this project, spread the chalk love all over Facebook for me. Hit the heart button, the like button, turn your notifications on so that you know when I go live. Tag your crafty friends. I'm dry. is not. Make sure to get entered into the giveaway. Put hashtag #OhMyFriday. Good job, Amanda. So we've got Amanda and Bonita entered. Okay. Let's wash our transfer really quick. Let's put these up and out of the way so I don't get water all over them. Okay, so let's wash our these two little transfers real quick. So again, I'm just going to scrub or just kind of scrub them a little bit on the bottom of the pan. And you don't want to leave your transfers in water for very long. Definitely not overnight. And as you use these board erasers, they will start to disintegrate a little bit, but oops. Okay, the other one was in here. Again, I'm just using my board eraser on the front, and then I'll flip it over. Use this wipe on the back. And then we'll get the backer sheet back out. Let's put this away before I end up spilling it everywhere. Actually, it goes that way. So then we'll just put this one here. And then this little one goes back here. And we're all cleaned up. Okay. I'm wondering, I still would like to put polka dots on. That one feels fairly dry. That one's still really tacky. So let's just keep that one there. And I'm actually, let's work on, well, I'm just going to try to see if I can make sure that it's dry by pressing it with my little iron here. I use this little iron for small projects. I use it for on chalk ink. I use it on heat transfer vinyl. It works super great for those small projects, like heat setting dish towels when you've inked them. I've used them on can coolers before. What else have I used it on? Hot pads, when I put some heat transfer vinyl on hot pads. So I'm just going to take the plastic off, or I'm going to take the cardboard out. Let's see. It says, okay, so just so you know, this is the large. I got the large size, so it'll fit. Let's see if I can do this without totally. So this fits the large size cup, and the back says it'll fit a Starbucks Trenta, a Dunkin' medium, a McDonald's large, and any other 30 or 32 ounce drinks. And it fits these curved cups, and it'll fit the straight edge cups as well. Like on the package, it's a straight edge cup. I thought those were pretty cute. Okay. So I guess I'll just fold it in like it was. I was trying to see if it said what fabric it was, but it doesn't. We're just going to guess. So we'll just kind of put it in the middle. You do need these. I actually thought of you when I bought these. And plus, I use mason jar tumblers, and they condensate all over the place. So that was kind of my thought too. Plus, I knew I had 2 of these cups. So just waiting for my iron to heat up. It's fairly warm. And so I have a piece of parchment paper here. You know what? I may leave my cardboard in there. So I'm just going to put my parchment paper on top, move that tag out of the way. And we're just going to heat set it really quick. And I will make sure that I go back and totally heat set it. I just want to make sure it's dry so I can flip it over. And I want to be careful of not melting this material. Probably shouldn't rub it. I should probably dab it. And you can tell when it is dry and heat set because it won't be tacky anymore. Yeah, I think I may have smeared it down here. Okay, I think it's good enough that I can at least turn it over. I'm going to unplug that now. Okay. So let's turn it over. And I'm just going to use this polka dot transfer all over the back. Kind of randomly. I'm even going to stick it on diagonal just to make it a little more random. Yeah. We'll do it that way. Except for okay, there we go. And then I'm going to grab, because there's a little lip up here, I'm just going to make that the natural edge, but I'm going to tape it off so it doesn't get all gunky. Same way with this one right here. It's just a tiny bit of edge. Okay. Let's grab a squeegee. Okay. So again, I'm going to be very light-handed, and I'm going to put a little bit of pressure above and below where this dot is, just to give it some stability, so that the transfer doesn't completely move on me. And I hope these polka dots don't ruin it. I'm going to use kind of a light hand. And I don't know if I'm going to do all of them. And I may move the transfer around a little bit. We'll have to see. It might get kind of dicey. I think I'll do this one. So I may not have needed to have taped it off. Okay. Just kind of thinking here. I'm going to cover up that part just because it has ink all over it. Yeah, this may be a... I'll get those dry a little bit. So they're not so sticky. Okay. Just trying to see how I can do it a little more randomly, but I may not be able to. Maybe if I do it that way. Let's stick these down. Okay, let's try that. And then I may mess the whole thing up. Yep. Trying to avoid that whole looking like a dice. Did I missed a spot? Like the number 5 on the dice. Okay, so let's... It's just what it's going to end up being. But... Give this one a little dry. Yeah, it won't look like it dyed once it's on a cup, but I have a hard time getting past that right now. Let's drop this one back this way. We'll just keep using the same spot. Okay. I think on the next one, I'll just cheat and use HTV dots. Let's dry that one a little bit. How's everyone doing out there? Okay, let's put choose a different, just for some a little different. So let's stick this one right here. Okay, let's do this one. Looking cute so far. When I put dots on things like tumblers, other things like that, door hangers, excuse me, I try to make triangles with my dots that just keeps them in threes. Your hand's tired cutting leaves for a costume for Thea. Are you using your Cricut, or are you cutting them by hand? I'm excited to see your costume. Okay. Make sure yep, still doing good. Okay, let's look for a few more dots. Let's put one. What if I put one right there? Oh, I just stuck my finger in that one. I think it was dry enough. It's okay. Let's pull it up a little bit. Okay, that one's ready to go. Sorry, this one's taking a little longer. I thought it would be a little easier to do dots. I don't know what I was thinking. With paste, it would have been easy because I could have, gotten them good and dry between. But with ink, I have to be a little more careful. Get it all off my fingers. Okay, maybe one more. So, all by hand. Oh, heavy felt. You're not using HTV? Yeah, that would be hard to cut. So I'll be the one heat setting these at my vendor table tomorrow. So if you want them, you may have to wait for them to. Oh, her shirt up. Oh, I gotcha. So where are the felt leaves going? Okay. Okay, I think we just need one more. I think we'll try to just use a clean one, right? Except for. I think I'll put this one right there. Let's cover the rest of this up. Okay. The last dot. So I'm just grabbing some more ink. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure at the top and the bottom. And this one will be the one that I totally screw up because it's the last one. Okay. So wipe the excess off. Looks pretty good. So I'm just going to stick that over there in the tub. Try to dry it with my iron. Shirt, headband, wristband, and anklets are all felt. You are ambitious, lady. I'm excited to see it. Oh, it's super wet. Okay. So there is that. There's the polka dot side. And a day without coffee is like. Just kidding. I have no idea. So I will leave those out to air dry this tonight, and then I will definitely heat set them in the morning. Yeah, that one's still really sticky. But let me put them. I'll put this one on carefully to the cup. Don't. Oh, I'm sure your costumes always, all of your projects always come out cute. Speaking of cute, look at that. Rise and grind. So I think I'm going to go into my HTV, my heat transfer vinyl stash, and get some of my scraps and get a circle punch. And then I'll just cut out some little polka dots from heat transfer vinyl, and then I will apply that to the back of this one. These dots are super cute, though. I really like the graphic dots. I really like that big bold. I'm just going to put this on the inside just in case. It happens to leak through. I probably should not be doing this, but I want to see what it looks like. So there's a day without coffee is like, just kidding, I have no idea. And then you turn it around for the yummy little polka dots. Super cute. I'm going to have to order some more of these and so I can have some. Okay, so that's my cute little project. I'm going to put my parchment paper back down just so I don't get all dirty. So there you go. There's our project for this evening. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Amanda. And we need to do Happy Mail. So we have 2 entries. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so drum roll, please. I'm going to hit draw. Let me make sure that I can see it. Yep. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, draw. Who's it going to be? Amanda or Bonita? Amanda is the winner. Woohoo! Congratulations. I will get with you and we can figure out a great project for you, or a great Happy Mail for you. So I'll get with you sometime this weekend. Woody woot. Okay. I will be live again on Monday evening at 7:45 p.m. Central. Thanks so much for watching this evening. I really appreciate all of you who tune in regularly. I appreciate all those that may be new to my channel as well. Have a great weekend, and I hope to see you next Monday. Thanks for watching.